Racing. Dodge from the outside jumped out quickly. I don't think he'll stay there. And Kidman's Cove and Quick Flick are going quickly. And General Nadeem is not far away. In fact, he's working to second now as they settle. And the big grey Quick Flick about a length on General Nadeem. 2.5 to 3 Kidman's Cove, and then Dodge. Followed on the inside of it by Mr. Victory. Another 2 lengths to Anthems and a length and a half to Tie the Knot. 1,000 metres to go. And Quick Flick, last year's Apollo winner, leads 3/4 of a length on the hot pot General Nadeem. 2.5 to Kidman's Cove. 4 lengths to Dodge on the outside of Mr. Victory. A length and a half then to Anthems and 2 lengths to Tie the Knot. No change as they come past the 700. Now there's some action coming from Jimmy Byrne on General Nadeem, and the General races to a narrow lead from Quick Flick. Again fighting back on the inside. Kidman's Cove is poised behind them, and this trio have raced 8 lengths on Dodge, Mr. Victory, Tie the Knot and Anthems. On the swing for home now. 400 left to go, and General Nadeem has his head in front from Quick Flick, but Kidman's Cove is tackling the pair, and they straighten up, and Kidman's Cove goes to the lead from General Nadeem. Quick Flick third, and 6 lengths Tie the Knot, but Kidman's Cove raced away. What an improved horse, proving his expressway win was no fluke. It's Kidman's Cove for General Nadeem, Quick Flick and Tie the Knot. But Kidman's Cove wins again. Kidman's Cove, the most improved horse in Australia, beat General Nadeem, and third was Tie the Knot, then Quick Flick, Dodge, Mr. Victory and Anthems.
On the Super Tab, 6 Kidman's Cove, 5.20, 2.10. 1 General Nadeem, 1.50. 2 Tie the Knot, no third.
Wins again and proved that his expressway victory over General Nadeem was no fluke. He's paid $5.50 and $2.40, had the run of the race. Number 6 first, number 1 second, simply not good enough. General Nadeem has paid $1.30 and no third for Tie the Knot, getting home well and certainly enhancing his claims for the longer races in the upcoming autumn. The winner, Kidman's Cove, his trainer, John Sires, has to be congratulated. This horse, as I said over the line, would have to be the most improved horse in Australia without any fear of contradiction. He's by Masqué from Settlers Cove, a bay gelding 6, raced by GJ and Mrs. L.M. Lawiro, trained by Johnny Sires now. John's only had him for 5 starts, for 3 wins on the trot and 2 second placings, and ridden by Len Beasley, who has been associated with the horse in those last 3 wins here in Sydney. Kidman's Cove is first. He's run 121.3. He has smashed Naturalism's race record of 121.9. So he's been 6/10 better than Naturalism's race record. A sectional breakdown shortly. Number 1 second, General Nadeem by Nadeem from Military Bell, a 4-year-old chestnut horse, trained by Clary Connors, ridden by Jim Byrne. And 2 Tie the Knot getting home strongly for third by Nassapur from Whisked, a chestnut gelding for Guy Walter Shanedye, and 3 ran 4th, Quick Flick.
Super Tab update for race number 5 at Mowbray. 1 Blue Above, 13 and 3.30. 2 Cafe Who, 150, 150 and favourite. 3 Years Out, 4 Perfect Match, 9.80 and 4.40. 5 Swell Party, 14.3 and 6 Mixed Trip, 3.40, 110, 2 for 1 selections.
5, and he's Victoria.
Now, Perfect Match is set. Last to complete the line will be Swell Party. Now, Swell Party moving in. Lights blinking away, ready to run here, race 5 at Mowbray. Often racing, Mixed Trip a little bit slow to begin. The former Sydney sider out of the gates well, and going forward with an early lead there is Swell Party. When the horses settle into stride, Swell Party the lead. Moving around the outside now is Perfect Match to make it a line of 2. A length and a half further away, running on is the favourite. That being Cafe Who in 3rd position. A length and a half further back along the rail there is Mixed Trip, and at this stage running last is Blue Above. As the horses make it down the side, in the lead, Perfect Match leads by about a length and a quarter there on the outside. Moving up is the favourite. That is Cafe Cafe Who. In third position, travelling well there is Swell Party. Further back in the field is Mixed Trip, and running last is Blue Above. With roughly 500 metres to travel, in the lead still it's Perfect Match, doing it all the way, doing it easy. Cafe Who well positioned on the outside, are halfway ready to pounce. Then further running on is Swell Party against the rails as the horses head the turner and into the straight they run. Cafe Who got up on the outside there of Perfect Match. Perfect Match getting a run down the outside there, level pegging at this stage. Perfect Match got up by about a head on the neck there. It's Perfect Match and Cafe Who. Cafe Who coming down the outside hard. Cafe Who, oh yes, Cafe Who by about a long neck there to Perfect Match. Further running on was Mixed Trip. Well back in the field, then came Blue Above, and last we had was Swell Party. Cafe Who here, the 5-4 favourite. Perfect Match second, and Mixed Trip came in for third. Cafe Who here was sent out as a 5-4 favourite, a 3-year-old filly by Ken Vane out of Skelding, ridden by Stephen Maskill and trained by Charlie Goggin out at Runnymede.
Okay, Cafe Who, $2.10 and $1 neat. Perfect Match, $2.70, and we'll get third in a moment after all the excitement of that, and we'll have that in just a second. That was Victoria Shaw. Good on you, Victoria, doing a great job. That's the first time I've ever heard a lady race caller. She did a great job too. Well done. Now let's have a look at Eagle Farm.
And running. Rose of War won the start. Haywire missed it 3 lengths, and Clements Bell a bit slow to get going. Sunliners began okay, and going to the front, Pace Invader now. From up on the outside, Fellowship, and there goes Sunline. Cassidy starting to send her around the outside, and she's working up towards the front. She's up second outside, Pace Invader. So the New Zealand fillies 1-2. Pace Invader leads a length to Sunline, a length and a half. Rose of War third. Out 3 deep, Aphrodite. Easing back in the middle there is Fellowship, a length then St Clements Bell. 2 then to Citronella Visual Displays, a couple of lengths Danelaw. Haywire last of all. They're not going hard to the 1,000-metre mark. Pace Invader a length in front. Sunline getting a good ride on the speed second, a length and a half. Rose of War third. 4th outside at Aphrodite, a length and a half. St Clements Bell is 5th over on the inside of Fellowship, and Danelaw goes up 3 deep, a length and a half. Visual Displays. Haywire taken to the outside. Citronella last of all. Coming down with about 700 metres to go. They haven't gone at any real clip here. Pace Invader from Sunline. Setting them alight is Aphrodite going around the outside. The speed is on. You'll have to push forward now. Cassidy is out 3 deep. Aphrodite has gone up to Sunline and Pace Invader. They clapped on 3 lengths to Rose of War off the bridle. Chasing now from Danelaw. Then Haywire and St Clements Bell. The test is on Sunline. When they turn, Aphrodite on the outside, a neck in front. Sunline rails back now to join it, followed by Pace Invader. Rose of War will get the last crack to the outside. Sunline drew a length in front from Rose of War down the outside after Sunline. Sunline the leader. Rose of War's loomed to it. Rose of War's put its head in front. Rose of War is going to tip her out. Yes, Rose of War a half length Sunline. 3 lengths away, third Danelaw. Then St Clements Bell. Rider of Aphrodite didn't really help the favourites' cause. Just behind those, followed by Danelaw pulling up quickly with Visual Displays. Citronella, Pace Invader. Further back in the race then came Haywire, and Fellowship is last of all.
4 Rose of War, 4:30, 1:40, 2 Sunline 1:20 for third, 1 Danelaw 2:20, 6 Visual Display at $4.60.
4 Rose of War to pay $4 and $1.40, 2 Sunline 120, 6 Visual Displays $4.20. Now we're not having any luck contacting Braidwood at the moment for the running of the Braidwood Cup there. We were hoping to get you that race live. It was due a couple of minutes ago, but we haven't.
Racing away in a good line too, and wide out on the track, the Ruffy Courthouse Lane, one of the best out. Camino Rose jumped quickly. Not far back is Gumnut Geiger in company with Sandy Prospect. And on the inside, here come the challengers with Snippets Lass moving up into a prominent spot. And going with it is Discretion. Midfield next is Rhythm and Flow as they bunch up. Over on the rails next as they settle down, Czar Royale, followed closely by Bayview. Sash is in that pack of horses, followed closely then on the inside by Bonanova. Getting out of its ground is is Zaquita, and the same can be said here on the extreme outside for Trina as they race past the 800. It's a packing field, and Snippets last leads the way from Discretion. Sandy Prospect. On the rails next is Zar Royale from Rhythm and Flow and Zastov, followed by Camino Rose. A length and a half to Sash, and then a break to Bayview, and in that pack of horses too is Bonanova on the inside. Courthouse Lane is right out off the track, and then comes Trina. Further back is Clearfield Lass, followed by Zaquita, and last is Gumnut Geiger as they round the corner and they straighten up, and Snippets Lass is the leader. A length Discretion, followed in third place by Sandy Prospect. Zar Royale is getting a run through, and Bonanova has to check. Now she pulls to the outside. She's coming home fast, Bonanova. Here comes Bonanova. She swamped them. Bonanova wins well. All close between Discretion and Sandy Prospect. Dead heat for second, then Clearfield Lass with Snippets Lass. A break then to on the inside, Zar Royale, Sash, Zastov, Zaquita, My Halo broke, Camino Rose, Rhythm and Flow, Gumnut Geiger, Trina, Bayview, and Courthouse Lane was Absolute.
Number 3, Bonanova to return there, $9.80 and $3.30. Those for the minors, 7 Discretion, $3.90, or 10 Sandy Prospect, $4.70.
$40 for the win and $3.30 for the place. And Kev having to check momentarily and then having to pull round the heels of the leaders just after straightening up, but the Starway mare did the rest, and she sailed away for the easiest of wins by Starway from St Clair. A brown or black mare for, trained by Graham Begg for Neville Begg and Partners Syndicate, managed by Neville and his wife and Mrs. Carmel Sires and Kevin Moses aboard. 3, the winner, Bonanova. Now for minors, number 10 is second, Sandy Prospect, ridden by Jim Byrne, has paid $4.40. And number 7, Discretion, ridden by Corey Brown, third at $4.40. The Quinella, $117.10, and the other exotics still to come. Time for the race was 1:22.23. That smashed the previous record of Destructs by quite a deal of 1:23.09. 1:22.23, a very fast run by Bonanova in the 6th of the day. Again in that race there, the 1400 metres, they jammed up like a tin of tuna in the first 800 metres. It's a funny track here. The doesn't matter whether you're 200 or 300 feet high. It's very, very hard to get over. Horses on the outside here, it's just the contour of the track, and when they race tight, it certainly is a race-calling nightmare to be able to identify individual horses. Now, here are the sectional details. The first 6, 35.74.
Set Mowbray.
34.81, and the margins.
Caught them almost as one. Umtata Bowbride first to hit the ground from Charbathip. Wider out as Nova Claus. Deeper still is Wavishing, and deeper still is Sedated, and Flower Garden easing in behind them and getting through on the inside as Midnight Sun from Satik. Fine Darnelli the next one from JC Velez. Whoopee Ride is about third last on settling down now from Umtata, and Quite a Dollar's last. Out of the straight towards the 1600 metre mark they go now. Bowbride the leader here by about 3/4 of a length here to Wavishing. In third place is Charbathip sitting behind them, camped just off the speed. 1.5 Sedated, who wants to pull fiercely. Midnight Sun has settled well, running 5th on the fence, and 1.25 away came Nova Claus. She's also settled beautifully. 3/4 of a length Satik, and they're followed after 1.5 by Flower Garden. Umtata 2 lengths away then came Fine Darnelli. They're followed by Whoopee Ride going up wider on the track, and 1.5 further back to Quite a Doll, who's second last, and Josie Velez had dropped out to last. Just over 1,000 metres to travel now, and still the leader was Bowbride. At her quarters now is Wavishing, camped off the speed in third place in the box seat. Charbathip 1.5 Sedated, Midnight Sun and Nova Claus racing together. 1.5 further back to Flower Garden. She's going up on the outside of Satik, and 1.5 then to Whoopee Ride getting closer. 1.5 to Umtata, Quite a Doll, Josie Velez, and now dropping out to be last of all is Fine Darnelli. Down the side in the Oaks now, they're approaching the 600 and they're starting to sprint up, where Wavishing quickly went up to tackle Bowbride for the lead. They're followed by Sedated, who went up to make the line of 3. Here's Nova Claus unwinding her run. Midnight Sun has come off the fence trying to go with Nova Claus, but she can't spread with her at the moment. Coming very deep, Flower Garden, and deeper still, Whoopie Right into the straight. Sedated is tackled by Nova Claus, who's going better than her. Wavishing is still there. Midnight Sun comes around their heels. Nova Claus has taken the lead from Wavishing, and on the outside, Midnight Sun mowing them down. Wavishing kicks back from Midnight Sun. It's going to be very close in the Oaks, and Wavishing won it. Wavishing, she looks ravishing. She beat Midnight Sun, Nova Claus third, every possible hope. They were followed then by Whoopie Right, who came home well. Sedated Charbathyp all outclassed. Fine Darnelly the next one. Bow Bride followed by Septique. Umtata, they were followed by Flower Garden. Josie Velez, and the last one was Quite a Doll.
Okay, Wavishing $7.70, $1.40, by the looks of things, has got home there. All right, and we'll shortly have more racing for you on Sky. Behind the gates at Eagle Farm for the Australia Post Cup, big field of 18. Another look at the market after this break on Sky.
Yes, they're off and running this time. Cinnamon Cove has gone away okay. Will Fly and Sandridge Bay bounce quickly. Walnut out running and is quickly pushing forward when they settle down. Walnut in front in the early point from Darrahim, and going up on the inside, Cinnamon Cove to join Walnut now. River Affair is running fourth. 2 lengths Coupe de Grace, and they're followed by Umrum. Then Will Fly, Smidgen. Raging Force followed by Lord Quickstep. Just ahead of it, Quahira Legend. Then Sandridge Bay. Lazaga Letter, and last of all down the side would have been Golden Seraph. It's Walnut on the fence in front. A length and a half to Darrahim and Cinnamon Cove ahead away third. 2 lengths to River Affair. 3 to Coupe de Grace followed by Umrum. Then Will Fly. A length Raging Force from Smidgen. Lord Quickstep. Lazaga Letter further back. Quahira Legend. Sandridge Bay, and last of all Golden Seraph. Walnut the leader on the turn. 2.5 to Darrahim, and then Cinnamon Cove, and they've got right away from River Affair. Walnut hard against the fence down at the 300-metre mark. A length and a half to Darrahim, laying in a little behind it. Then Cinnamon Cove, Darrahim after Walnut. It won't really go straight, Darrahim, and Walnut's a length in front. Now Darrahim starting to close on the outside. Walnut on the inside, and Darrahim, and late on the outside is Umrum, but Darrahim went home too well, scored a half-length Walnut. Umrum ran third. Will Fly right behind them, and Sandridge Bay picked up good ground out deep. Then further back, Raging Force, River Affair, Lord Quickstep. Then Cinnamon Cove, Lazaga Letter, Quahira Legend, Golden Seraph, Smidgen, Coup de Grace back near the tail.
Winner 9, Darrahim, 9.40, 3.30. 3 Walnut, 2.10. 1 Umrum, 6.70.
9 Darrahim to return $9, $3, 3 Walnut to pay $2, and 1 Umrum, 9.30. Daily double 4 and 9, 51.20.
Trying to stop the horse from laying in behind Walnut was nearly going to bring about his own defeat. He had the whip in the left hand to try and get it to go straight, but it's picked up Walnut and has got up to win, with Umrum making up good ground to run into third ahead of number 2 Will Fly. So the two
about to move in Newcastle, correct weight Perth, 12.9.11. Caulfield race 7, 9.31. Darrahim 9.40, 3.30. 3 Walnut, 2.10. 1 Umrum, 6.70. Quinella 28.70. Exacta $59.60. 9.31 Trifecta, $1,509.60. The daily double, 4 Rose of War and 9 Darrahim, is $59.90. Special dividend, $4.20.
And they're off. And Ballyninsky, one of the best to break, commencing well, was Reputed Groom. Not a Mistake is moving forward. Yes, Ministers and Stylish Conquest not far away, and Danger the deepest. And then Passive Resistance, followed by Duborg, Montan, Sandrunner. Then Untrue Kugelhop, followed by As Vegas, and last of all is Kane Solo. They work out of the straight now and go over the first of the crossings, and Not a Mistake is the leader. About a half to 3/4 of a length on Stylish Conquest. Reputed Groom on the rails third, and Danger one out, one back fourth. Then Yes Ministers, followed by Ballyninsky, Passive Resistance. About 2 lengths to Montan on the outside of Duborg, a length to Untrue Sandrunner. Then Kugelhoff, and 2 lengths to the last pair as Vegas and Kane Solo. Racing to the 1,400 metres now. There's no change in the order, and Not a Mistake is the leader. A length and a half clear on the Queanbeyan train, Stylish Conquest. Third, Reputed Groom, and 2 lengths in Danger racing around Yes Ministers, followed by Ballyninsky. And then comes Passive Resistance in the middle as Montan. Untrue making a line of 3. Duborg is over on the fence, and then Sandrunner followed by Kugelhoff as Vegas next to last, and Kane Solo whips them in 15 lengths from the leader, not a mistake. And over the back, past the 1,000 they go. It's Not a Mistake leading Stylish Conquest, and third Reputed Groom, and then comes In Danger. Untrue moving forward, wider out from Yes Ministers, Ballyninsky, Montan, Passive Resistance, and a couple of lengths to Sandrunner, and then comes Duborg, who's about a horse off the rails now from Kugelhoff as Vegas, and Kane Solo's still last with 700 metres left to go, and they're starting to bunch a little. We're here. It's Not a Mistake headed by Stylish Conquest. Untrue to third. In Danger's had a good run throughout fourth. Fifth is Reputed Groom, and 2 lengths to Ballyninsky, and then comes Yes Ministers, followed by Passive Resistance, Montan, hard ridden, and then a break to Kugelhoff. Duborg, Sandrunner's got 2 behind her, and they are as Vegas and Kane Solo there, homeward bound. Stylish Conquest and Not a Mistake, a length and a half. In Danger called upon. Reputed Groom is locked away, he can't get out, and down the outside Ballyninsky, and Duborg is out under the arches, coming home doggedly. Ballyninsky got to In Danger almost. In Danger in front. Here's Duborg coming late. In Danger grabbed by Duborg. Duborg finishing right over In Danger, and Duborg beat In Danger and Ballyninsky from Yes Minister's Reputed Groom. Kane Solo, and then as Vegas, followed by Stylish Conquest, Kugelhoff, Sandrunner, Passive Resistance, Not a Mistake, Untrue, and Montan finished at the tail of the field.
Correct weight at the coast.
Number 3, Duborg to pay $6, 2.20. 4 In Danger, 2.10. 11 Ballyninsky, 4.90.
10 and 2.40. Number 4, In Danger, ridden by Danny Nikolic, second, or will be second. It'll pay $2.40. And third placing going to number 11, Ballyninsky. In New South Wales, the return will be $5.40. Well, Duborg has landed some nice bets. He was well spoken about very late in proceedings there. He was perfectly ridden by Glenn Boss, and Duborg, coming from 1,400 metres on the inside track at Warwick to Randwick on the 14th of Feb, when he ran a good fifth behind leg spin, and that followed a third here over 2,200. So back to 2,200 a day, patiently ridden, brought down the outside with a well-timed run, and Duborg did the rest. The winner by Last Tycoon from Solol, a bay gelding 4. It's been a happy day for Newcastle trainer Paul Perry, who won the Oakley Plate earlier in the afternoon with Dantalar. And Duborg is raced by the Global Bloodstock Syndications Proprietary Limited Syndicate and ridden by Glenn Boss.
Moving into Toowoomba.
Number 4 is second. That is In Danger, given a perfect run by Dane Hill from Hyeres. Bay gelding 3, John Morris, Danny Nikolic. And number 11, Ballyninsky, Nijinsky's Way, Evening, Baymare 5, Paul Cave, Corey Brown. Fourth went to number 10, and that was Yes Ministers. Now, the time was... well, the time's not showing here. The Quinella firstly at 19.30, Exacta 39.90, Trifecta $629, the Daily Double $70.40. Now the overall time to 17.55, 65. Yeah, the breakdown hand timed. Yeah, 103.50 for the 1,000. The last 600 in 35.17, and the margins are half a neck, a length and a quarter. Okay,
Okay, you've got the details there. Race number 7 at Mowbray comes up at 5.07. Second leg of the double, 1 Poacher Star, 16.380.
And they're off and running this time. City Kid has bounced away with them. One of the best away near the inside, Blue Danzig showing speed, El Camino further out. Zhivago travelling forward up second, City Kid is third, and they're followed by Innocent Baby over on the inside. Blue Danzig at the 800-metre mark, led about a neck. Zhivago and City Kid a neck away, but out 3 deep. Just behind them, Innocent Baby on the inside, El Camino around St Plato. Further back in the race is Al Harik in that bunch, with Ken Rose 3 lengths off last of all. Running up towards the 550-metre mark, Blue Danzig, Zhivago, City Kid and Al Harik is 4 out, and El Camino 5 wide on the turn. A length and a half, Innocent Baby from Happy Paint. Then St Plato and a gap, Ken Rose around the turn. Blue Danzig got off the fence. Innocent Baby getting up on the inside. Zhivago wider out. City Kid under pressure from Happy Paint, and then further back Al Harik. Zhivago hit the front after it. City Kid on the outside. Zhivago a half length in front. City Kid on the outside starting to go after it. Zhivago a half in front. City Kid trying hard. Zhivago in front. Zhivago a half next. City Kid 3 away third, Happy Paint. Ken Rose fourth, and then Innocent Baby Blue Danzig. El Camino further back in the race, then second last, El Haric and St Plato last of all.
5 Zhivago, 5.30, 170, 1 City Kid, 140, 4 Happy Paint, 5.30.
5 Zhivago, 5.30, 170, 1 City Kid, 140, and 4 for third, Happy Paint, $4.80. Dividends, race number 7, Brisbane. Numbers there were 2, 5, 3. 2 was the winner.
Not a bad break. Avian Way from a very wide alley got the best of the start. Jumping pretty well was Season Star. Blazing Flight and Beauchamp are right up there, and so too Sea Fighter, Green Mailer, Dibbles Dane. Kai Lange on the inside, a length the greeting, and 2 lengths further back Obsessed. Over on the inside is Count Remy, and then a break in proceeding Sea Jester, Armour Piercing. Lucy's Way is second last, and 4 lengths to Seen Before. They race in the direction of the 800, and Avian Way leads narrowly from Season Star. Then Blazing Flight, followed by Sea Fighter, Kai Lange, and then comes Beauchamp. 2 lengths further off in the field is Count Remy, followed by Dibbles Dane, Green Mailer, and in that pack of horses too is at this stage Greeting, followed by Lucy's Way, Armour Piercing, and then Sea Jester. Obsessed is second last, and Seen Before in a packing field is last. Racing to the corner, 400 left to go, and here the leader is Season Star now, half to 3/4 Avian Way. Beauchamp wider out, a mile of room for Kai Lange to come through, and let's look for Armour Piercing. He's getting a run nearer to the inside, and he goes up into 6th posse down to the 200. Season Star grabbed by Kai Lange, then Beauchamp. Lucy's Way has made ground from Armour Piercing, but it's Kai Lange in front. Lucy's Way's coming quickly. Lucy's flashing home, and Lucy's Way beat Kai Lange and Armour Piercing, followed by Season Star in company with Beauchamp, and then came Obsessed. Further off was Greeting, Count Remy, Seen Before, followed by Blazing Flight. A gap then to Sea Jester, Sea Fighter, Dibbles Day, and Avian Way, and near enough to last was Green Mailer.
5, the winner of the last, Lucy's Way, 5.40 and 180. 10 for second, Kai Lange to return, $2.60, and 12 Armour Piercing, 140.
240 and 12 Armour Piercing got home late, warming up when it was all over, and he really came home great guns, but too late for Backer's liking, 130. Lucy's Way, trained by Jack Denham, and is raced by R.E. Carey, R. Collis, Ms. J. Ozan, and R.G. Logan, by Starway from Lucy Bate to Brownmare 5. Winning the last of the day, number 10 is second, Kai Lange. A Chestnut Gelding 5, Switch in Time, Willow Ridge, Tim Martin Tam with Kevin Moses replacing Mick Dittman. And number 12, third, Armour Piercing by Bite the Bullet from Waterford Fair, Bay Gelding 4, Graham Begg, Glenn Boss. 4th, 5th and 6th to come for the Superfecta. They've run 1:16.04. There's another class record. This track has raced magnificently here today. Great credit to Jeff Haynes, the course manager, and his staff. 1:16.04, better Silverado's 1:16.76. We'll have a breakdown shortly. The 4th went to number 16. That was Season Star. Number 3 ran 5th, and that was Beauchamp. And number 2.
Okay, there.